Demonstrations, protests, fasts or religious ceremonies can no longer be held in the precincts of Parliament House as per a new circular by Rajya Sabha Secretariat. The new bulletin issued by Rajya Sabha Secretary General PC Modi ahead of the monsoon session of Parliament beginning on July 18 has solicited cooperation of members. The BJP on Friday stepped up its attack over the issue of Pakistani journalist Nusrat Mirza. Addressing a press conference at the BJP headquarters, the party's national spokesperson Gaurav Bhatia showed a picture of former Vice President Hamid Ansari allegedly sharing a stage with Nusrat Mirza at a conference in New Delhi in 2009. People holding constitutional posts should not have shared the stage with Nusrat Mirza, Gaurav Bhatia said. He also hit out at the Congress, saying that intelligence clearance is required for holding such programs. The Pakistani journalist has claimed that he had visited India 5 times during the UPA rule and passed on sensitive information collected in India to Pakistan's spy agency ISI. The US House of Representatives have approved a legislative amendment that approves waiver to India against the punitive Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanctions Act or CAATSA for its purchase of the S-400 missile defense system from Russia. The amendment to the National Defense Authorization Act was moved by Indian origin Congressman Ro Khanna. It urges the Biden administration to use their authority to provide India with a CAATSA waiver to help deter aggressors like China. However, this amendment is several steps from becoming a law. Ajmer Dargah's Khadim Gohar Chishti, who had raised objectionable beheading slogans against Nupur Sharma, has been arrested from Hyderabad by the Rajasthan police. An associate of his was also arrested. They were brought from Hyderabad to Jaipur by air. Gohar Chishti was absconding since June 23rd. Over 4 lakh devotees collected water from Ganga on the second day of the Kanwar Yatra, and another 6 lakh pilgrims have either arrived in Haridwar or are on the way, as per media reports. The Yatra began on July 15 on the first day of the Hindu month of Shravan. The Kanwar Yatra is taking place after a gap of 2 years due to COVID-19. At least 4 crore Kanwariyas are expected to come to Haridwar and neighbouring Rishikesh during the fortnight-long fair, as per the authorities. Leaders of India, United States, Israel and UAE took part in the first summit of 4-nation grouping I2U2. A joint statement was issued after the summit which said that the United Arab Emirates will invest $2 billion to develop a series of integrated food parks across India. Also, a 300 megawatt hybrid renewable energy project will be set up in Gujarat. The I2U2 summit also focused on food security crises and clean energy and innovative ways to ensure long-term, more diversified food production and food delivery systems. The priest of the temple built in the MSJ College campus of Bharatpur district of Rajasthan has received a threat, after which security in the area has been tightened. In a letter found in the temple, it was written that if the priest does not leave the temple in 10 days, he will be beheaded. A case has been registered on the complaint by the priest and an investigation has started in the matter. Meanwhile, the student organization Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad held a protest at the college gate over the issue. The Rashtriya Janata Dal MLA from Mokama, Anand Singh, was disqualified by the Bihar Assembly on Friday following his conviction in a case related to the recovery of arms and ammunition. An AK-47 assault rifle, 2 hand grenades and live cartridges had been found in Anand Singh's house in 2019. He was convicted by a special MP MLA court in June and was sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment in the case. Meanwhile, the strength of the RJD MLAs has been reduced to 79 from 80 in the State Assembly. In a tragic incident, at least 5 people died on Friday after a wall of a 5,000 square yard warehouse collapsed in Alipur's Bakoli area in Delhi. Immediately after the accident, rescue operation was started and fire tenders were rushed to the spot. and the injured were sent to the hospital. Meanwhile, more people are feared trapped in the debris and the death toll could go up. Protest in Sri Lanka is continuing even though the protesters have retreated from government buildings after the resignation of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who emailed his resignation from Singapore. Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abeyewardena accepted his resignation, after which Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe was sworn in as the interim president of the island nation.